You will make over 35,000 decisions today. What to eat? Which message to answer first? Which tab to open? Your brain was never built for this number. And that gap is the real reason you feel exhausted by 3 p.m. for no obvious reason. This isn't burnout in the usual sense. It's something architectural. For nearly 300,000 years, the human brain evolved inside radical simplicity. A handful of daily decisions, a handful of relationships, a single slow stream of information arriving at the speed of footsteps and firelight. That is the exact brain sitting inside your skull right now, completely unmodified, trying to process a world that generates more information in one day than your ancestor encountered in a lifetime. Cognitive scientist Daniel Levitin at McGill University found that the average person today processes roughly 5 times more information per day than someone living just 30 years ago. Not 300,000 years ago. 30. The curve isn't slow and ancient. It is recent and violent. The part of your brain responsible for decisions and self-control is the prefrontal cortex. It's small, metabolically expensive to run, and has a limited daily capacity, much like a battery. Every decision draws from that same battery, regardless of how trivial it feels. Psychologist Roy Baumeister named this decision fatigue. In one of his most cited studies, judges granted parole far more often early in the day, right after a meal, than late in the afternoon when their decision-making battery had drained. Same cases, same facts, wildly different outcomes depending only on the time of day. If a trained judge's judgment degrades from decision fatigue, what happens to you making 35,000 decisions across one ordinary Tuesday? Your environment never stops generating new inputs demanding decisions. A notification is a decision. An email is a decision. 14 brands of the same product at the grocery store is 14 tiny decisions in one aisle. Your ancestors' environment offered 1 or 2 genuinely novel decisions per day. You face hundreds before lunch. There's a third layer. Neuroscientist Earl Miller at MIT found that true multitasking, the way people imagine it, does not exist. What you call multitasking is rapid task switching, and every switch carries a switch cost. Tiny fragments of time and energy lost in the transition, invisible to you, but cumulative across a day. Your brain believes it's handling everything in parallel. It's actually paying a tax on every shift, hundreds of times per day. And you never see the bill until you collapse on the couch at 8 p.m. with nothing left, despite having done very little physical work. None of this is personal failure. The prefrontal cortex you're using right now is identical in architecture to the one your ancestors used to track footprints through tall grass. It was never upgraded for inboxes, never upgraded for 14-brand cereal aisles, never upgraded for a world where 500 people can demand your attention before breakfast. The world generated more complexity in 30 years than evolution can respond to in 30,000. You are running ancient software on infrastructure built at a speed biology has never had to match. The fatigue you feel by mid-afternoon isn't weakness. It's your decision battery running low, exactly as Baumeister's research predicted. The constant pull toward your phone between tasks isn't a discipline problem. It's the switch cost tax Miller identified, quietly draining you with every transition you don't notice making. Feeling overwhelmed by ordinary modern life isn't a flaw in you. It's a brain doing exactly what it was built to do in a world it was never built for. You will make over 35,000 decisions again tomorrow. Your brain will try, exactly as it has for 300,000 years, to keep you functioning through every single one. The number was never the problem. The mismatch was.